She was a brown woman, and I think she was from Colombia, Cuba, or something like that. But she had the strongest accent. And "Do You Want to Die" is embedded in my head. So I get up and I take my rubies every morning. And then if I forget, I ask myself, "Do you want to die?" Well, at least we didn't start out with "Your mama on."
Nah. That song was so cruel.
Yes, it was.
That was. Oh my God. Let's welcome everyone in. Hey, advocates. Welcome to the A Podcast. I am your wonderful host, J.R. Knight.
And I am your handsome host, Noonday Baby.
And we are so fortunate to be joined by a very special guest. Would you be happy to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Neiman.
Yes. Thank you, Neiman, for being here with us.
I'm glad to be here.
Guys, I hope you all are excited to have this conversation in honor of Women History Month.
Yes.
We wanted to just come and talk to y'all about examples of powerful Black women in our lives, which is the Dear Mama song that definitely came to mind.
Yes.
So
It's
we're
so
not
right
going
on time for me, too.
Really?
This episode is.
You know, I'm interested to hear you share that because I was chatting with Yaya earlier today and she had expressed that.
Yes.
I should keep you in prayer.
Yeah, Mother's in the hospital right now, but she's doing good.
Okay, come on.
She's doing good, yes. She's ready to get up out of there.
Okay,
I
that's
told
good.
her that I was ready for her to come home. She wasn't eating at first, right? So, you know, I pulled a little trick, right? So I had said, I make her laugh. And she's, "Oh, boy, you is so crazy." I shoved a grape in her mouth. You know, just to get her salivating and get her mouth watered because she had a medicine taste in her mouth. And she was dry mouth. And every time she laughed, I'd throw her something in her mouth. And then I had went to 7-Eleven and got her something to eat, right? So I came back with all the stuff. She said, I had chicken and red soda. She said, "Where you going with all that Juneteenth food?" So I gave her some. I was just shoving food down her mouth. And today when I went there, baby, she was up eating her fish and talking. I was like, good.
I love that. I love that.
I'm ready to eat. Mother has to
gonna-
come home so she can cook for me.
And we're going to keep her in prayer so she can get home quick. So she
Yes.
cook for us.
Yes.
You know, she be cooking for. Do you hear me?
Yes.
She be cooking for us.
Yes.
You know what's funny about, not even funny, but interesting about this story is that hearing you like take care of mom and doing like you shoved the grape in her mouth. You could have did the airplane. You know how our moms did us, right? They did the airplane thing.
Right.
But what's interesting about this story is that like where the tables turn. You know, because we're here to talk about like how Black women have shown up in our lives and just allowed us to be the exceptional men that we are today.
Yes.
And that is come from them, of course, nurturing us first.
Right.
And doing
Paying
it
attention to us, yes.
Ooh, because I know I was a lot.
Yes.
I was a lot.
I was a good kid.
I was a flame.
And so was Neiman.
Right.
They were lying.
Excellent. Good kid.
Right.
I did nothing wrong. My mom had no issues whatsoever.
So for those of you who've not had the opportunity to see the Juneteenth panel, you know, there was a panel discussion that happened on Juneteenth. Neiman's mom was there.
Yes.
And so you'll know that he's lying right now. He's lying right now.
That little red thing was bad, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we got through it.
Yes.
Oh my God. So what are some of the things that you remember? I'd be interested in hearing from each of you. Maybe you first, Neiman, just if you could share something that you got through that you know the power of a Black mama got you through it.
Oh, that's a good one. I would just have to say, just early on, I remember my mom, she had me early. She was in the 10th grade, so she had me, she was only 15.
Wow.
I just remember the backlash.
We have that in common.
The backlash of family members saying, like, this child has had a child. Oh, he ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna be this. Oh, she just having this baby. She ain't gonna be nothing in life. And it's just like that, just seeing like my mom back then, how she would take that criticism and she would try to be harder on me and my brothers, because my mom, she was, by the age of 21, she had 3 boys. So she had all her kids at 21. So they was, oh, her fast tail this, she that, oh, them boys this. But my mama made sure that anytime we walked out that door, we looked the part. We ain't never lived in no shoom shack. And my mama didn't never have no job, so I don't know what she was doing or where she was getting the
named
money.
you Neiman, so she had high hopes.
She did.
Yes, God, she had high
I
hopes.
just, just the backlash she would get and how she would still persevere and get through these things. And it's like, regardless of what they said, my
what women
boys
do,
is
black
this,
women do.
my children is going to be this, my boys. We were the first out of my family. All three of my mom boys graduated high school because before me, all my cousins before me dropped out. I was the first boy out of about 10 or 11 boys to graduate. And I was determined to prove these people wrong. Like, y'all said so much about my mom. And then, not only that, when I did come out as being homosexual or something like that, that was something else. Yeah, my bad. I didn't let y'all know that was something I've been meaning to tell you guys. I hope that's okay.
Thanks for sharing.
I like you anyway.
No,
problem.
you'll work.
I know you've been in the DM, so. I'm just playing.
No secrets around here.
But no, even with that, it's just the way where she instilled in me, like, it don't matter what they say, baby. It don't matter how they feel. And it just will take me back to those times where I remember I'm just a child, but I'm hearing these things being said to her, or I'm hearing her on the phone, and she's crying in the car driving, and we listen to Mary J. Blige and stuff, and she's like, these people are against me. They're trying to say this about me and my son, or me and my kids. Like, I'm not going to be a good mother. And, just to see, her get through it, it's just like, damn, mama, you did that.
You did that. That's what's up.
She's magnificent and magnetic.
Beautiful and fun. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Just
my girl.
amazing. I'm not even
is your
surprised to
girl.
hear
Right.
her level of perseverance because, like, after meeting her, like, you just see a firecracker. Like, you just see a survivor. Like, so like I'm so
That's fun.
whack. Okay, you see you see a survivor, but you do like you really see that in your mom. I love that. What about you? Where have you seen your mom show up as the strong black woman? She outside of this recovery that we're so happy to hear about.
I've seen Mother really get it in. Mother had 5 kids. She had 5 kids, and I remember people saying things like, Mother got the same thing. My mother she grew up basically without a mother. She grew up in foster care until, that identifying part of raised by one mother, she did not have. So whatever she did, she had to improvise and make up and do her best.
Yeah.
I remember one time me and Mother I was having an issue with my mother, and Kirk Myers, the founder of Abounding Prosperity, told me, have you ever thought that she's doing the best she could, the best she can at this point? And I had never thought that she was doing the best she could for a woman that grew up without a mama.
Yeah.
I was like, from then on, I gave her a break. But the most time is that we was 5 kids living with my mom, and I remember my mom said that, I remember her saying it quietly to herself, I got to get y'all a daddy. And she went and got us a daddy. I'm just being real. Mother went and got us a father. We had one of the best fathers ever.
It sounded like she went shopping or something.
She did. She made it.
They got dads on sale.
Daddy boutique.
Because I remember I had did something. It was like for Easter. She got us these suits and stuff. And I was walking around the house like I lost my sock. I can't put my sock on. She was like, go put your socks and shoes on. And she had told everybody in the house, don't tell me where my sock is. And my sock was on my shoulder the whole time.
You crying about
And I'm crying, and she was like, I gotta get this.
This sound like this still happens.
I was gonna say some things just don't change.
Okay.
And she was like, I gotta get to him a daddy. Today. What time the daddy store closed? But she got us the best father ever.
Okay.
So, and that was one of the times, and we loved him, and he was a wonderful, wonderful father to us all. And I just remember my mother, him loving my mother, him loving us, and everything. He knew that I was a firecracker.
I'm ready to hear about Jay all night.
yes.
I get to hear you and your mama talking at the dinner.
Yeah, we do get the big glimpse.
Yeah, this is before we were told we could no longer use our phones, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, right. Okay. Just plug that in. But yeah, so, you know, my mom is amazing. For those who've had the opportunity to view some of the previous episodes that we've had on the A podcast, you might have heard me talking about Mama Alma. I love her so much. Her struggle is one that I played a very huge part in, being the eldest of her second set of kids. My mom had 7 children in total, a set of 4 and a set of 3, and I was the eldest of the second set. The first set she lost to, I guess I should say, the state, because my mom can't read or write, or should I say she's not a strong reader or writer now. I can say that now because about 10 years ago, she adopted my little brother, who is now 10, and she's been learning to read with him. Right. And so she can read a little now, you know, and write a little now. So, which is a testament to like her strength, you know. Black mama just want to be better for the babies that they bringing along,
right.
and like she's always try to do her absolute best, and there are times that, you know, our women don't succeed in that, you know, but they're always trying
yes.
with or without the help that they desperately need, you know, yes. because there are so many spaces. And this isn't a shit. I know we're here to praise our Black women, but I will do that. And I will also speak to the incredible importance and the necessity of Black men being there along yes. beside them in the struggle, and that like yes. we may have all had, and we'll dive a little bit more into like our narratives and like how we grew up. But for me, it was a single family household, and so it was just my mom, and you know, and it would have been nice for her to have someone to help her navigate in these spaces, and for where she was showing up with all her strength and beauty and glory, that, you know, she had a Superman, you know, beside her. So, you know, there isn't like one moment. There are many moments that I can pull out where my mom has exuded and shown us like incredible strength. But I'll be doing her a disservice if I just call out one.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Can agree with you.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
like, when you were, I want to know when the time, like, how did you come to know that your mother had reading issues and writing issues? Like, how old were you?
I knew it. It came over time, because as soon as I learned how to read, and I knew how to read very young, like 4.
Right.
And so she would just kind of like say, what did it say on this mail? What date is this supposed to be done by? Because there were like certain things she just knew because of like the way like habitual world. Like processes. Yeah. Like she knew a document, like routine, a document from Social Security building was coming. So she knew that these S's in this long word is probably Social Security. Right. You know, and I'm like, you know, I can't think of like a different word right now, but I may say like, this is from the science and something. This is from School of Science, School of something, you know, and she'd be like, oh, you know, so, but she just saw the S's, you know. Right. And so, you know, sometimes she'll try and like express to me that like she could read and the words would be wrong. And so I was just like, you know, I don't think Mom knows this. But definitely by the time I was like in the 4th or 3rd or 4th grade, actually. 3rd or 4th grade. I think, it was around the time I was learning to write cursive. And I was showing her, and she didn't know what I was writing. And I was like, oh, my mom can't read. And then, you know, she shared it with me, and then I just always there and just always read for her.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So basically you were that Black man that needed to be right there with a beautiful Black woman. So you have.
Do you hear me?
You that guy, yes.
Yeah, and there was think about all the Black men that were before me. Well, let me think about all the Black men that were before me that could have filled that position. Yes. And I'm sure the both of you can share stories of black men. But this is a story about women. But we'll just take a moment and divert about. I'm sure we could think about the times where black men just didn't do what our black women needed them to do or to be there for them, and then here we are as gay men rising to the occasion and validating our women.
Right. Well, I really can't because my dad was such a hero when she went and got him. He really was. He was there up and on it. He really was. And he took up for mother, and that's where I get it from. Like, the women need to be honored at all time. And I'm so glad my dad gave it to me. And it just helped me to be more of a good man to all women around me in all the areas around me. That's why I open up doors. That's why I'm really sweet to the women. That's why they all love me. It's terrible.
This is common, Neiman. Okay, this is common with him. Yeah. Share with us, Neiman. Where?
Me, my dad wasn't there. My mom, like I said, my mom was young. My dad was like 22. My mom was 15. So,
Yikes.
Yeah, he wasn't there. And then when I turned, I think 2, he's from Jamaica, so he went to prison, and he didn't get out till I was 18. So, just as a father figure, I would have to say my brother's dad. He wasn't in the house with us, but he never made me miss that I didn't have a dad. Like, he would always, you want to come with us? Or, come on, you doing this? Or he calls me son. Like, it was like not,
That's
I would
wonderful.
say, yeah. And like, to this day, I appreciate him so much because he's still there. Like, he was the person when I graduated bought me my first car. Like, he did all those things that a dad should do, but it just was always nothing like me having my dad.
Right.
And the older I grew up, I used to be like, I don't want to go with y'all. I was feeling away because I wanted to be around my dad. I want to do this with my dad. Yeah, that's y'all dad, and he's like my stepdad. But just saying dad, it was just kind of foreign to me. And my mom would have friends or a boyfriend, but I would always have some kind of envy against them. Like, it just, you ain't my dad, or you ain't.
Right.
I don't see it for him. I don't.
He
see
ain't.
it for you.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't my daddy.
Paul.
Shut up. You remember that song? I used to love that little song. You ain't my daddy. Shut up.
Right. Right.
And I would just see, like, mom was with this one guy for a very long time, and it was like he would always have us going through a roller coaster. We'll be up, then we down, then we down, then we're up, then we're mid-level, then we're back down. And it used to be like, I'd be like, I don't understand why she be dealing with this man, or, he can't get it right, he can't get it together. And it's just like, he supposed to be this man, this king coming to rescue my mom, because my mom, she's a cute young hottie, So men have always been at her, and I think she used that to her advantage her whole life. 'Cause like I said, my mom didn't use to have no job.
Smart girl, you got to use what you got to get what you need.
Since she got grown. This when she got a job, but it was just so many like missed opportunities for like that right kind of man. So when I did grow up, regardless of me being a gay man, I always said I'm a man first. So when I had my child, I wanted to be everything. I want to show her everything that a man should be and a man should do.
Yes.
So when my daughter turned 2, it was like, bring her on over here. I've been having full custody of my daughter since then. And I'm okay with that because I want her to always say I had a father, because that's something I didn't. Like my stepdad, he taught me, the essentials of being a good dad, but it's like, I want to be a father. I want to be everything you need. I don't want you to ever be able to say, my daddy wasn't there, my daddy didn't teach me this, because that's something I lacked, and it bothered me for years. So I project all of that to my daughter. I give her all that love, all that feeling, all that attention that I wanted.
Daddy's home.
No, that's an old one. You actually, Daddy's home again, or something like that.
To stay.
To stay. Oh, that's what they say. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking about. You were talking about your daughter. Where did that accent come from?
I like that.
Daughter. And it made me think about like how with my mom, my little adopted brother that I just shared with you, how I feel like he saved her. So I'm just wondering, like, where, because we're talking about like the strength of women, like how women just like show up and be dynamic and powerful
Right.
for us. Where in your journey do you feel like your mom or a woman saved you?
Oh, I have one of those. I remember a woman saved me. Okay, it was a woman, which was a doctor. Her name was Dr. Bernal. And I remember being like, kind of like half-assing with my meds or whatever, and barely taking them. And she had this really strong Spanish accent. And so when I would go to the doctor and my numbers would be off and there was no medicine in my system, she would always say some real tough words to me like, do you want to die? And I was like, no, I don't want to die. And she would be like, you want to die. You can go home now. And I'm like, Dr. Bernal, why would you say that? And she would just say, cross her hands and say, go home now. And I'm like, I'm not going home. And she got me through that. That statement, it still rings in my head. When I forget to take my meds, it's, do you want to die? And I'm like, why do I talk like that to myself? Why do I get in character? Because she implanted that with that accent in my brain. She was a brown woman, and I think she was from Colombia, Cuba, or something like that. But she had the strongest accent. And do you want to die is embedded in my head. So I get up and I take my rubies every morning. And then if I forget, I ask myself, do you want to die?
Come on, Ruby.
So that saved me, and it's continuously to save me.
I just love the irony of your will to live asking yourself the question, do you want to die?
It's so confronting.
That'll wake you up. Absolutely.
It's so confronting. Oh, you want to die?
Okay.
Around this
and
month.
you got to prove that statement wrong, right?
Yeah, you
You're like,
got
no,
to.
I don't want to die. Where my stuff at?
Right. So, yes.
Oh, what about you, Neiman?
Oh, I would have to say, I would say my aunt. Rest in peace, because she's no longer here. But it was just a time in life where I was figuring out life. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was just living. And I started feeling like the song, I just couldn't take life anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm tired of this. And I got to a dark point in my life where I was in the process of trying to off myself. Like, I didn't want to do this no more. And I just remember taking a whole bunch of pills.
It makes me sad.
And I was driving. And I had one of my friends with me. And they were like, what's wrong with you? You like going in and out. And they were like, pull over. And they started driving. And I don't even know how they got my aunt's number. But when I woke up, I was at her house. And she was just sitting there looking at me with the nicest smile. And she said, you thought you was finna go out of here? And I just remember looking at her, and I just couldn't do nothing but cry. And she just grabbed me and hugged me. And she just implanted, like, I love you. Regardless of what you're going through. Like, regardless of what they say about you.
Yeah.
And, like, that saved me. That made my thought process on a lot of things. It gave me that I don't cry. So, I don't have to do it. You know, but I was ready to let this go. Like, I just couldn't take life no more. But that was it. I haven't had that kind of thought process in a long time. But that's why when y'all said that, what saved you, it took me back to that moment.
Yeah.
That was a really pivotal moment in my life, and I just didn't want to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, trust Black women.
Yes.
Trust Black women.
Always.
What made me want to ask that question is because I know that my life was given to me by a Black woman.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I think mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've seen her. Okay.
Yes.
But I know that the reason that I'm here today is because I trusted a black woman.
Yes.
And that black woman saved me, and she is my angel on earth. Her name is Miss Harriet Reed Pickens of Birmingham, Alabama. I remember just saying, I'm not doing this positive journey anymore. Like I'm just over it. It's whatever happens. Que sera, right? And my health just started failing. And I was just like, I got this new job. I don't want people to like become suspicious of me regarding like how I look. I don't want to have the worry of taking medication and then people like finding it. And so it's like, I was just like, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like I'm just sitting in the middle, very ambivalent, right? Like, do I stay out of care? Do I get in care? Like, don't know what to do. But something said, go to this little clinic, go to this one that's attached to the university. It was called St. George's Clinic. It's no longer. And, just go, And so I made an appointment and I was like, Lord, this is going to be a mess. I'm going to walk out. I'm just angry, right? I'm angry with the world, with myself. I was, thoughts of all the thoughts that, you shared in your experience. And maybe there could have been a time that I don't know, but that was definitely true for me. And this lady, Miss Harriet Reed Pickens, was the front desk person. And she called my name, and I walked to the front, and she said, thank you for coming. We're going to take care of you. Something to that effect. And I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm tired of I don't understand why this has to be my life and this, that, and the third, and whoop the bam. And she was like, well, I'm glad you're here. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm paraphrasing here, but it's just like the energy she gave me was like, I love you, is what she was offering to me in her nonverbals, is what she was offering to me with her body, her energy, everything just said that. And I completely broke down. And ever since then, I've been in care. Ever since then, I've been doing whatever I need to do to honor myself and to also honor black women.
Yes.
Okay, and to honor black women, and because they deserve it, and
Yes, they do.
and that's why I'm so glad that we are doing this series here for black women. Okay, black.
Right.
Okay, we just came out of February, right? Okay, so Women's History Month, or Black Women's History Month. Y'all see where my head and heart is, and so that we can just take a moment to express how black women have been our superheroes and have poured into us in very impactful ways that allow you to see us. How we are today. The reason that you get to experience JR Night, Noonday, and Neiman as we are today is because of the black women
in our lives.
Yeah, who serve and keep serving and will serve continuously because they got the power to do all the things.
A black woman brings me to work every day.
Yolanda.
Sister Yolanda, she tells.
Yeah, she's full of love. She's full of love.
Right. Yeah.
And these stories don't just start and end with us. I would like to use my imagination and say that many of you on the other side, within the sound of our voice, have similar experiences of black women being dynamic examples in your life. And we'd love for you to share that with us. We'd love for you to just drop in the comments. We ask you every time, drop in the comments. If it's not for this particular episode, maybe you're looking at a future or a past episode and just this conversation comes to mind. You're just like, I'm just thinking about a black woman and how much I love them right now.
Yes.
Just
Or
put it
a
in the
woman
comments.
in general,
Or
not just a black woman.
a woman in general.
Okay.
Or a black one. I want a color.
Well, I want a color
woman of
too.
color.
I want a woman of
A
color.
woman of color.
Yes.
Yeah, and just let us know. We would absolutely love to hear from you.
The woman in the cafeteria,
Yeah.
the lady at church, the black nurse.
The girl with the pearl earring.
Yes.
That's a picture. I love it. The girl
The
with
black cop.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. we're reaching. Yes. But yeah, absolutely. We would love to hear from you all.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for sharing with us.
Yes, thank you for sharing.
Thank
I
you
love
for
your
sharing. Do you have
stories.
something that you want to offer to the listeners to take home with them? Any final words, maybe?
Yes, hug and kiss a black woman today.
Ooh.
Yes, love on that black woman.
Yes, because she deserves it and she needs it, and she needs to be
Yes.
reminded, maybe.
She's the mother of Earth.
My God, today.
Give her flowers while
She's
is
here.
here.
Because I know I'm going to go see my mother and bring her home from that hospital, and she's going to cook for me and love on me. Oh, I'm going to love on her.
Okay, I'm like, well, how did this turn, people? Sometimes it happen, but women keep us in check, okay?
Yes, they do.
We love y'all so much, and black
Yes.
women, we love you just as much.
Yes, we do.
And so that's the episode, I think, right?
Yes.
All right.
We love you, black women.
We love you, black women. So until next time, we'll see you on the A.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh, you knew. How did you know to do that, Neil? You've been watching.
He works
He's
here.
been watching.
I works here.
I works here.